Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to go through the 17.1 update that dropped yesterday. There's a few updates here that you may be looking forward to, but overall it's not that much of a change. With exception to this big one here, which makes me a little bit unfortunate in terms of the timing that I did. But there are new filters available in the box arrangement. You can now filter your box by type and bump combo. Each opens up into their own filter, which contains another large menu filled with options to choose from. And the only reason why I say I'm disappointed is because not too long ago, a few weeks back, I did actually translate all of that. So that means I need to go in there and make a bunch of changes. You can see that the two new options here, and for some reason there we go, screen was not updating. You can see here that first, this is your type filters. It has a lot of types, and of course, it's understandable now that things have expanded so big that there are a lot of options here. So, I'll just go through it real quick, just because we have a lot of options here, and I haven't had the time to try and update it. Actually going through, GIMP and then going through each one to update it. So I apologize for not doing that in advance, but that's just a lot of work that I just can't do under short notice. However, make sure you pay attention to Exchange Mon UI or the Discord channel. That should be up as soon as I get a nice chunk of free time, which maybe not too bad this week, but we'll see. I don't want to promise anything. Anyways, just to talk about it real quick, we got the dragon, robot, or mecha if you had the US version out there. We got the Majin here, which would be Demon Mancer. You got Kami for deity, and then you got the Torizoku, which is the unfortunate avian type, which not many people have. Prometheus, right? He has a slayer for that. The Juzoku, so that's the beast type there. We've got Ajin for the demi-humans. We've got Mazoku for demon. I think it's the Majin and the Mazoku that has the demon's bane ability attached to that. Yosei in the third row for sprite. We've got Kobutsu for Vivolith, whatever that means in English. We got Mao for fiend. We got Genju to wrap up the third row, which is for, where's my notes for that? Genju, Ethereum. For the fourth row, we kick off with the Cosmo type. We got the Universe type. We got Paladin for Seikishi. Oof. Lost that Japanese there for a minute. And then last up in the katakana there is the samurai type. And then next are kind of the you got the line monsters. You got Koni and was it the rabbit? No, the bear. No, Koni's a bear. I don't remember. But that was the first collab in Monster Strike, the line one. You got Union and Axis, which has a really small amount of monsters. Genyo, which is the well, up to this point was specifically for the Gouzetsu monsters, but the latest Chokyukyoku monster actually had that type, so I'm not sure what to call it right now. Genyo is kind of like it's like a apparition style illusion word, so it's an interesting concept for sure. Kaiju, that's probably all the what is it, Godzilla monsters. You got the Ultraman collab. Collabs usually have their own specific types associated with them. Not only does that kind of nerf how the able berries work, right? Because you can't really share the types to get the strongest able berries to buff Monster Strike monsters along with those collab monsters. So you'll see a lot of those going here. So Eva pilots next. You got the Shitos, right? The angels from there. Goji Eva. Alright, there was the Godzilla and Eva collab. They have their own specific type. Fighter for the Street Fighter collab. Yokai. Huh? Didn't I? Oh yeah. That was Kaiju right there. So Yokai, that is their own set. We've got the that's a Saint Seiya, guys. So I'm not sure how to pronounce those two, right? The second one, or the one on the fourth from the last row, says the golden paladins, I guess, would be the way to pronounce that, I guess. No, Saint Seiya, whatever. The last one on the fifth row and the first one on the fourth row are from the bottom for the Saint Seiya characters. Marvel Tsum Tsum is next, and then Toshin are the specific, impossible monsters like Doom. You got the Shinju for the Sacred Beast monsters. Seiki no Karyudo, right? The heroes that you need to collect in the Sacred Beasts to collect them. Homunculus. I don't know what that is, but that's probably another set of collab mons. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I forget which collab that was. I'm not gonna guess, so I'll just leave it as that. Kai, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, okay. Was it the... No, I'm not gonna guess again. The Kyojin, we've got the Ooh, I cannot read that. No, Majin, right? Majin, but it's like slightly different. It has God instead of person there. Magami, maybe? I don't know. Ningyo here. Oops, missed. Actually, you know what? Let's go down here. You can check in the library to make it a little bit more easier. Oh, okay. That one 4-star that I never got. Okay, interesting type. Let's see, Kimurant, and we got Mickey and Friends. The Shito. Shishin, I guess. Shinigami. There you go. And Vanish. Oh, that's from the what was it? The movie, right? Anyways, those are all the types in Monster Strike. You can now filter them, based on the one that you want. Again, eventually I will get another UI image out there to look at. And likewise for the bump combo, that's all here as well. Of course, these are a little bit more categorized. I kind of wish they would use the icon here. It will make it a lot more obvious, especially for those of us who can't read it. But in general, we got copy, we've got Bakuhatsu for the explosion, we got flame, breath. I guess they're similar enough, but different. You got laser types, homing types, spread shots, shotguns, shockwaves, plasma, any kind of up style bump combo, energy circles, the slashy Zangeki, got meteor, electricity, Kidan, the pulses out there, wave, flare, Bunretsudan, which is the pop and then it splits off on the wall hits, Tribe Pulse, going to the third to last row, we got Blast, you got the Zo Shokudan where it goes hits and then splits and then splits again if it hits another monster, Nagi Harai, the Bunshindan where you are split into multiple copies and move around, Sakuretsudan, which one was that? I mean, that's another one of those split kind of styles, but oh, okay, yeah. So it's that little that mine looking thing that floats and then it hits a monster and then just goes off in all 8 directions afterwards. Doku is of course poison. Down is any defense down style bump combos. Healing bullets is in the second to last row. And then all the others that don't really have a category are all in the Sonota here on the bottom left. That's the etc. So that kind of includes I guess, what didn't we see? Like the cross stinger, or probably like the rainbow, rainbow rings. Let's see. Oh, the hose that D'Artagnan has, for example. Even though I used Nightingale's example there. The bullet that you saw in Hawkeye, or even the involute sphere that you would get on Mana. Unfortunately, those are all dumped into the etc. Combo here. I guess that would also include something like Excalibur's, auto javelin. Oh, not many. Only he has it. And the last one is the collab style bump combos, which have specific bump combos for collab monsters. So something like the Street Fighter collab, where like E Honda has his little hand thing, or Chun-Li with her kick. Those are all specific to that monster, so they are all grouped up into that last category. So, whew, I know that was a long 10 minutes, but that is all the new filters in Monster Strike. Feel free to take them out, and again, eventually I will have a UI. Moving on quickly, there are 5 new Good Job stickers available for your use without having to do anything. If you want to access them, just click your rank icon there, and then go to your Striker tab and go here. Once you go here, you can, you can hit the Good Job icon on the top right, and the 3 new ones are, let's see, where are they? Here we go, starting from Mana. You got Kamael, you got Daki, you got the 2-star monsters, and you've got Lancelot available. So it's still like Sailor Mars there. If you want those, go ahead. They're available for use now. Number 3, this is a very just for cosmetic purposes, but Gouzetsu helper badges are now going to be available. If you don't know what a badge is, you go here and you can assign your badge here. Right now, of course, I have my Max Select Curry Queen Butterfly. Still love that image there. But what you have here is that there's this helper badge, and you can see your progress on that by going to this page, going to bonus, and you'll see this new menu item here. And what this basically is basically you can help other peoples who have not max select a Gouzetsu monster and just be able to show off a badge that says, hey, I'm helping out these newbies. There are no other perks aside from bragging rights and looks by having this badge next to your name when you co-op. But how this works is, 1, you must have the particular monster max select in the first place. Let's actually go to the inner screen. If you do, you'll see that that monster is highlighted, right? That 990 count shows you've had 99 drops of that monster. Whereas for me, right, like Cardinal right there only has 16 drops, so I can't take advantage of that for Cardinal. Now, what happens then is if you co-op this stage with somebody who has 0 points there, right, that goes out through drop count is at 0, you will earn 5 Gouzetsu helper points. If you co-op somebody with at least 1 drop, right, they have 10, 20, 30 points under that monster, you will only get 1 point for that. You will not earn anything by co-oping with somebody who already has that monster max select. So again, this is to show that you are helping out new players, or new players taking on the Gouzetsu, giving them the support they need to complete the stage. You can see that the rewards are there on the right. It starts as a bronze, but then upgrades as you go along. You'll go silver at 15, a gold frame at 25, a slightly fancier gold at 35, and a rainbow badge at 50. In addition, there's an overall count, so depending on how many helper points you get in general, you can also get this badge, which shows how much you are so nice to those new players. And you can see that if you are able to get any of these, a new option will show up that didn't show up on my UI because I'm not there yet, to show off these goodies. Now, just some fine print there. You of course you can get this as a host or guest as long as you are participating. That's all that matters. Of course, practice does not count. You have to actually do it on the actual drops. And as I showed you, the badges are available individually and as a running total. Number 4, the box space expansion UI has been revamped ever so slightly. If you ever want to increase your box space, you can go in here and do that. But now they've made it so that there are 2 different menus. There's a sub menu. Before it was just a pop-up with a countdown and a green button to try and watch a CM. It's a little bit more obvious now based on the icons what you're doing. The first one is of course spending an orb. 1 orb to expand by 5 spaces, or you can watch a commercial to increase your box space, which is 1 CM per. It's about 20 to 30 seconds, and once you do that, you will get 1 space opened up, and that is available every 12 hours. And the amount of time left, it'll be shown on that top right. It is grayed out right now because I already watched it, indicating that it will be available in about 9 hours from now. You can also set up a notification in-game. This is not a push notification, it's in-game notification to show that, exclamation badge on the bottom menu to alert you when you have this box expansion available. If you want to have that turned on, go to option here. It is right under the green button that says X-Flag Store. Go to the 3rd tab here for notifications and scroll down a little bit. And you can see this 3rd option here will allow you to show a badge when the CM is available for viewing. Again, that might be nice because it is a free box space expansion, and you're going to be able to do that twice a day. And if you just kind of forget, it's nice for me. That's at midnight and noon for me, so it's a nice split. In terms of notification, I actually would prefer a push notification, but definitely, I feel like Japanese games try to shy away from that. Probably you don't want to get annoy your users is what I feel like they end up avoiding. Number 5 is the playgrounds, the Hirameki no Yugijo. It is in a semi-retired state now. If you noticed on the quest stages, you can see that it is available now, without notice, and that's because the playgrounds are available 24/7 now. However, they did announce on the news, on the their blog portion of their website, that there will be no more playground stages coming forward. So that's kind of unfortunate. That was a nice, easy way to get 15 orbs every week. We'll probably get those last 2 5 orbs for the second to last and the most recent playground stages for missions. Maybe. I don't know if they're just going to straight out ignore doing that. But that was, a really nice source of income for free-to-play players. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But it's unfortunate to see that go. So if you're wondering what's happening with that, that is... Number 6 is the Striker's Navi has been updated slightly, and we're not going to be able to see it here because there's nothing active right now. But when you go to the monster stages and you see these, top popular monsters being used, monsters that you don't have that are in specific, limited time gachas will now show this a golden text under them, with this icon here to say that, oh, hey, this monster is available now for a limited time. Why don't you go for the gacha there? So when that happens, you can actually click that monster and it'll show you which gacha they're in. So for example, clicked Bina there on the bottom, or sorry, Bina, Nostradamus, Mana, Solomon, and of course Excalibur are there. It'll show you that, hey, this gacha is up. There's a button to go there right away. Here are the monsters that you don't have in that gacha. Well, I mean, that's certainly helpful for Monster Strike, and if you are using this as a new player to help guide what's there, and you see, wow, that that number 3 monster looks really good. How do I get her? Well, when Midnight Party shows up, then it'll allow you to jump there and go to that. Now, unfortunately, something like Gyu there in the 5 slot. Can't get him anymore, but that's actually a cool thing, I think. Number 7, the Metal Exchange Monster UI has been changed ever so slightly. When you are exchanging monsters here, you go to the tab here. This periodically switches out. You can see we have about 2 full months before Musica is phased out. But when you start exchanging for those monsters now, it'll tell you how much total luck you will have once your exchange is complete. So as you can see, I can exchange for 1 more. I already have 1 in my box. So if I get 1 more, I will be able to have a total of 2 luck. This is actually really nice because I've actually done this a few times where I was like, did I get this monster yet? And then I like exchange for it only to see, oh wait, I already had it. I mean, I could have checked in my box, but that means going back and forth and whatever, I'm a lazy bum. But here, now it'll tell you exactly whether or not you have any and how much you'll have after the exchange has been completed. Small but nice update. Ableberry checkbox. As you know, you can fuse certain monsters, not all monsters, together. If you have 198 total luck, you can now add a Ableberry slot on that monster. Of course, that first one has to be max luck. The second one can be split into many. So if they are split into many, you would have to tap each one every time. You go into this menu and then click that. Now, of course, since I don't have 99 additional luck of another max luck monster in my box, I'm not going to be able to go any further. But basically what is now available is... And, did I not? I guess I never took the image. Let me see if I can grab it real quick while we're talking. Maybe not. But basically, just like how you can select all when either selling or fusing normally in Monster Strike, that functionality is just basically carried over. And why not, right? Because it is the same game, so why not keep it consistent? But basically, yeah, that checkbox is now available for you to pick. Get them all done in one shot. Slightly more convenient for sure. And the last thing is a bunch of miscellaneous updates. There's a new set of Gouzetsu monsters in the library. It's been a while since we got that updated. The 6th set of monsters featuring Enma-ten, Taishaku-ten, dang it, Ida-ten, there you go. Kongo Yasha Myo and Aizen Myo, there you go, are now available in the library, so you can start taking on those quests to your heart's desire as long as you have the library points for them. Number 10, if you have the Mon Pass, there are 3 new frames available. Of course, if you have purchased that, congrats. Utilize those 3 new frames. And number 11, this is just a small thing, but if you have not completed your co-op quest missions to get orbs for co-oping with somebody for the first time, they will be available in this tab of the mission slot. I'm not sure where they were before, but they are now going to be here. And actually it might have been in the limited time, I don't know. But just to stress, there's no refresh of those orbs. It's just the location of where you can pick up those rewards have been changed slightly. Whew. And that is it, my friends. That is version 17.1. There is actually one thing that I saw people notice. If you go into your stats screen in the quest results, there is actually a coming soon on the bottom there. So what is going to be coming up there is actually interesting. I know a few people have data mined some new stages, so we might be seeing a full new area coming out in the next month or so. Again, that's all data mined through the asset resources, so it could be clearly far away before that's ready. But it is the midway season of the year, and having a big update wouldn't be too surprising to help get more content for the game. Hopefully it's not crazy hard like the Sacred Beast or something like that. And yeah, I don't think there are any big updates. We'll see if there are any new confirmed gacha scenes as new events come out in the near future. And again, just, you know, a reminder for those of you who haven't completed this. I think, well, actually, I think the Kinky might have gone away already, so how much? Yeah, there's 17 hours left, so by the time this video is up, there might not actually be enough time. But if you haven't done that yet, well, actually, let me see. Yeah, just wrap it up. There's, you know, you want to make sure you get those rewards for that choice dama and the tokudamas, and of course the type scroll is always nice to get. So hopefully you're able to finish that. It is definitely a nice deal. Otherwise, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know below. I will try to answer them. I know I've been very bad in answering comments lately. Again, hopefully things start to lighten up in terms of things to do, so I can take advantage of that a little more. And as always, if you like what you saw, hit the like, subscribe, and go ahead and follow me on Twitter. This will make sure you get the latest news, especially for Monster Strike news. Otherwise, go ahead and just check out the Discord channel as well. I am usually floating around there, maybe not active all the time, but eventually I poke my head in there, in and out. And otherwise, again, as always, thank you for sitting around for 20 plus minutes listening to a guy talk about a game. I really do appreciate it. So until next time, bye bye.